Looking for a great way to mark Valentine's Day? Well, we have a sweet surprise for you today. Suzanne Clark from livingacreativelife.net is here, and you have a Valentine's Day cake that really does have a sweet surprise.
It does. There's a little secret heart inside of the cake, and it's really a nice little treat to make for your family, your friends for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it's super cute. Everybody will love it. Where do we start?
Well, first of all, we are going to make 2 cakes, and that's kind of the secret. So we're going to start off with our first cake, and we're just going to get a pound cake. And yes, it needs to be a pound cake, not a regular cake mix. It needs to be a pound cake mix. We're going to take our pound cake mix, and we are going to mix it up with a half a cup of milk, a cup of chopped diced strawberries, a half a stick of challenge butter, and 2 eggs. Now, this is not what the back of the box says, so be careful with that. Make sure you follow my ingredients. Then we're just going to mix it up just like we would normally do. Put it in a loaf pan, and then we're going to bake it 10 minutes less than the package says.
Okay.
So this was 45 minutes.
And this is what you made right here?
Yes, and this is how it comes out.
Okay.
Now I have to refrigerate that, and that's the other key of making this whole cake be a success. This has to stay in the refrigerator for 4 hours. That's the hard part.
Okay, so do that. And how do we get the hearts?
Well,
that's what you're going to show us now.
Yes, this is so fun. We're going to take a heart cookie cutter. Now we're going to do this for Valentine's Day, but if I was going to do a wedding shower, I could do flowers, I could do circles, whatever I wanted to. So I'm going to take my heart cookie cutter, and I am going to kind of measure it on my cake. And that's how big my slices are going to be. So I'm going to slice the pound cake into the same size, or the width is my cookie cutters. Then I'm just going to take my cookie cutter, and I'm going to cut out the hearts.
Oh, so you're taking the heart out of the cake.
And then this is going to come to the side, and I'm just going to keep on doing this. And I'm going to stack these hearts on top of each other.
I'm very fascinated to find out how you're going to turn this into a cake. And this you're just still putting aside.
Yes, and what I'm going to do with this later, I'm going to put it on a sheet cake, toast it off, and layer it with pudding or
so that can be a whole nother dessert.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a take 2. So now we're going to make up our second cake mix.
Okay, so this is what we have right here. What kind of cake do you need for this?
The same exact cake mix, pound cake, but this is just going to be just the butter recipe, and we're going to make it just like the box says.
Okay, so this one, just like the box says.
And then we're going to put about half of the cake mix into the cake pan. Now, if you notice, this is a super thick batter. That's the point. We need a really nice thick batter. And of course, I would finish cutting out all my hearts. And now I'm going to take my stack and I'm going to put it in upside down, because ultimately this is going to be the top of my cake.
Okay, so if you're looking here to show you there, that's how you're going to stack it, just like this. Now, once you're done with all the hearts, do you put the rest of the batter in?
Exactly.
And you just pour it right, do you pour it over? You put it right on top?
Yeah, and this might stick up a little higher, but remember, it's okay because that's going to raise. This is already, the inside, the center part is already risen in the oven. Okay. Because you baked it once.
So this is, once you've done this, you put it in the oven, you bake it, and of course the recipe is on livingacreativelife.net.
Yes, it is.
So then you wind up with this.
Yes, and we want to frost it. We want to do something decadent because it is Valentine's Day. So all I'm going to do is take a half a bag of chocolate chips. I'm going to pour it into a bowl, or I could also take my favorite baking chocolate and do that as well. And then in a pan right here, I have a cup of heavy cream. And this is the whole trick. You bring the cream to a boil. As soon as it starts to bubble, take it off. Pour it on top of your chips.
And that's going to melt your chocolate. You stir it up, and this is what you end up with.
Yep, and we're going to go like this, set that aside for 5 minutes. That's the golden rule. And then we have our nice ganache.
I love that. So easy.
Frosting this could not be easier. So now all I'm going to do is do this.
Okay, so before you cut it, you're just going to pour this on top. Okay.
And then I'm going to let it set up.
And you turned it over, I noticed.
Yes, because the bottom part is going to be the top. I'm just going to drizzle this over, and this is going to be absolutely delicious. And you can put strawberries, whatever you'd like to do. Oh my gosh. Every time you slice this cake now, you're going to get a little heart inside
of it. And this is what it looks like once you're finished. I absolutely love it. If you turn it over, you can see the heart
And it's so delicious, and it's a super moist cake with all that butter flavor, and the strawberries really come out. It's really decadent, but easy.
Very good. Livingacreativelife.net. That's what you need to see.